Call a God complex. Remember the days I was down low when it was out cold, but I went out and got it. Look at my milestones, man, it feel like the Dow Jones when you look at my pocket. Look at the flex, whipping the Teslas. I'm a mess, but it's all a finesse.
It is a cold night in western Pennsylvania as we bring you inside Heinz Field here in Pittsburgh. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Baltimore Ravens. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. They tried to give this home crowd something to cheer about early, but it failed. I don't know, maybe you try that on the road to get some momentum. What about here at home?
Would agree with you totally on that. I think at home, you don't ever want to put your fans in a position where they're questioning what you're doing. And right now, they have to be in the stand saying, why would we even do that? We're already behind you. You don't need us anymore. And this one, boy, an unsuccessful attempt, that could really change momentum of this game in a hurry.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The linebacker, T.J. Watt, there on the coverage.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down. So on fourth down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. On first and 10, here's Rodgers. He'll get this to Connor underneath, and he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4, second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? So who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Now left side on the swing pass. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he fires one, but incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And Mike Tomlin going to roll up the sleeves here and say, let's go for it on fourth.
36, Shan 300, Shan 300. Watch 36 to Mike.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up first and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Now they'll try the jet sweep here. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 5. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Baltimore.
Well, part of why that play works is because the defense has to freeze because they don't know whether he's going to hand it off or keep it himself. And this time, how about that sleight of hand there? Gives it to his wideout. And that indecision defensively, boy, it hurt him.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Makes the score Ravens 7, Steelers nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
It's gonna take it. No hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'm a boy. I won't fight a
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 31 yards there and a first down.
Well, when you're able to break a run against a cover 2 or a 2-deep zone, safeties are back a little ways. What you're counting on is the guys taking care of business up front, and then maybe...
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Cameron Jordan in there for the sack on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They fire this one quickly to Austin. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
3rd and 6.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. It was Chuck Clark coming up to make the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
At the Ravens' 28-yard line.
Rodgers throwing quickly out wide. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Now 3rd and
8. Working from the gun. Rodgers. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Cameron Jordan racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down. On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Tavon Austin. his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied at 7.
Chris Boswell.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic, just get moved.
In trouble, and he's taken down. Bud Dupree. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
And 15.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. I'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Watch 36. 36 tonight.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
On the coverage.
Throwing again. Rodgers. And that one will fall incomplete.
Intended.
Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
3rd down.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Here's Rodgers throwing quickly to the flat. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
12-yard line.
2nd down and goal. Rodgers to the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. But now it's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
36. Line 36.
Rodgers again now. This is caught, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Brings up 4th down and goal.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually, you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Second and 7. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field. And he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And he will have a Steelers first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of the football.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
First carry for James Conner. And he'll get this up to about the 40.
30, James Conner.
The first-round pick, Jair Alexander, making the tackle. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Rodgers and Kittle catching the slant. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
10 at the 13-yard line.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Steelers 14, Ravens 7.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
2nd and 15. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. And I think the ball's out. And it's picked up by the Steelers.
Let's be frank. You hate the fumble at the end of the play. But prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline.
Step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake.
Rodgers pass.
The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. That is caught inside the 5. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. Trying to punch it in with Henry. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Short of the goal line. A pickup of 2. Brings up
on 2nd and goal. Rodgers. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or...
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Bud Dupree able to record his 5th sack of the season. For right side here. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer now. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And that is incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
That's taken in by Duvernay. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had it.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. George Kittle, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
For the 2-point conversion.
This game was tied at halftime, but they have come out absolutely on fire.
Well, the switch has certainly been flipped. 3 touchdowns now here in the second half.
And now they're up 3 scores. And if they can get up 4 scores, look out for the 7 years, too.
Oh, boy. Did you just toss it back to the Civil War era? Honest Dave.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
He got 29 yards, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Derrick Henry, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Ooh, a little cruel here. They're going to go for the onside kick up big.
Ravens 7.
And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually. Special teams, 93% of the time, you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
Alexander.
They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On play action, it's Rodgers. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Pernell McPhee, always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there.
Second and 10.
On play action, Rodgers. Looking deep here for Ebron. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. Past the 20. 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is shoving onto the field as they'll go for 2. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And he's brought down.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Looking deep here for Ebron. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
Able to fight through one tackle. And, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
At the 36-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 2nd and 12 now at the 44-yard line.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Steven Nelson. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Tonight's final
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Pittsburgh, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on Washington. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.